Okay, so let me share my screen quickly. I've just shared it, and let's just jump to the code. Okay, so here in the earlier session, we learn about the CRUD operations, and C stands for create, R for read, U for update, and D for delete. So there are methods right now. So methods
Yes.
for create we use post, read we use get, update we use put, and delete we use delete, of course. So all four API we created, and we use this modern JavaScript pattern and some of the function from the Express, and this is what we have created so far, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's just try the use how we gonna use this. Okay, so first of all, we need to host something on our um, localhost 8000. So let's suppose if I'm writing like this way, it's giving nothing over here. So let's just add something over here. And how will we do this? So here we're gonna create one folder and we'll call it as a public. Okay.
Okay.
In this public folder, we'll have a new file called index.html. Okay. And here I would say like this way. Okay. This is my home page. I'm going to save it. And here in the app.js, I will write app.use. I'm going to use another middleware. Okay. Some middleware. And
Yes.
in this, I just say express.static and need to give the folder, which folder will be executed while I'm hosting the localhost. Okay. So this is the public folder. And that is it. And when I save it and go to this URL, refreshes, you can see this, my index.html is here. Perfect.
Sir, we do not need to write index.html there.
No. If
Only
if
folder
you
name.
give anything else instead of index.html, if you give anything else, then you have to write over there. Like if you created a home.html, then you have to write like localhost 8000 / home.html. If you write like index.html here now, it will behave the same way. So index.html is actually a welcome file. It's by default a welcome file. So you need not to write. Just go to
But
the
sir, but what if we have two web page in that folder and we
let's
have
see,
Visual
let's
Studio?
see, let's see if we created a one more file here. Let's suppose
Yes.
you gave a name like home.html and then you are accessing in that way. Na? So
Yes.
this is another home page, and you will not be able to access this directly. You have to write like home.html here so that this will be executed. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Because index.html is a default file, so you can either write or avoid it. So in both the way, you will find the index file.
Yes.
Okay, so for the better understanding, I should write like this is my index page so that it will be okay. See, this is my index page, and if I go home.html, this is my another home page. Okay, so let's entertain on the uh, index page. Let's write some script over here. Let's suppose, how will we do it? Let's within the public folder, let's create one more folder that says scripts. Okay, and within the script, let's create another file. Let's say script.js, and here it is. In the index.html, I'm gonna include this. So I will write scripts. Okay, and which is like dot slash, and within scripts script.js. Okay, and here I am gonna use type equals to module. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here I'm gonna use type equals to module. Let's just save this and go to script.js. Here, what we can do, we can write like this way just to check script running fine. Fine. Let's just save this, go there, refresh this page. You can see that script is running fine. Okay. So let's just get rid of it and let's just try the how will we use the APIs at the front end also. So here I just gonna create one more terminal, and within this terminal, it's not working. Okay, and within this terminal, what I will do, I'll do like npm I. Okay, and we could be like just go into the public folder first. Okay, and then do npm init. Just create another npm within the public folder. Okay, so sorry,
Sir, why we create another npm folder?
see, we are running our things at the backend so far. So we are running app.mjs as a backend. Okay, so we created a public folder which treats as a front end. Okay, and
Yes.
within this public folder, we want front end dependencies. So I went into the public folder and then I did npm init, and let's just do the basic things over here. And yes, okay, so it's done. So within the public folder, there is a package.json now. And for the front end, we want to install Axios. And through Axios, I'll be able to retrieve the APIs. Okay, to connect the APIs. Okay, so let's just get it installed and let's just see that how will it work. Okay, so here we can import in such a way, import Axios. Okay, from, of course, Axios. Okay, and here we write like axios.get. We need to give any path over there. So whatever path we are looking for. So let's suppose there are read all path. I need to copy this. I need to give this path. Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
whenever it result anything, it will give me like this way. So dot then, I could have write like this way, dot then. Okay. So if it is successful, it will come into the then block. If it is failure, that it will come into the catch block. Okay.
Okay.
So
Like if else.
yeah, we can write like this way also. Okay. So in the then block, it will give some data. And by that data, we can, actually perform anything. In the catch block, it of course give an error. And by that error, we can perform any operation like this way. Got it? Here we let's just console the data. What is the data? And if it is a error, then let's just console the error. Okay, let's just save it. Okay, and go here, like here, and let's just debug it also so that we can see that whether it actually working or not. Okay, here let's just refresh this. Okay, so there is no execution I could have seen. So let's just tap on this. And what was the file? Script.js, right? I couldn't see script.js over here. And why so? Let's just restart the server. npm start. That's okay. Let's just restart it. Okay, and I think it needs an event to get performed, but at least it should give me the file, the script files. there is a file. Okay, but it's not getting used. Control P when I write like scripts dot script, it's not there. Script.js is not able to debug this, but that file was executing. So let's suppose if I cut this out and write like document dot add event listener prompt content loaded, then we perform this operation. Will that be working? No. So it will not be doing in such a way. Okay, not an issue. Let's just do one thing, that go into the documents and create one front end folder here. Okay, let's suppose front end. Okay, got it.
Yes, sir.
And this front end, like this is the back end, and we just let me just do in such a way, like this way. And in the back end, we can open it with code. For this, we can do like this. And here in the backend, we can create like index.html. Okay. And let's just use the CDN for Axios. Okay. Or let's just avoid from here. If I can use a CDN from here also, that should also work. So let's just go CDN Axios. So here it is, the CDN Cloudflare Axios min.js. Let's just copy the URL and use it. Or it could copy the script tag also. So let's just try this. Okay, so within the HTML, if I write like before this, of course, the end, if I tab like this way, home, and need not to add the type module now. I need not to import as well.
Sir, what's the use of that type is equal to module?
I'll let you know. So if I do this type equals to module, na, then only you can export anything from a file and can import anything out of another file, right? So that's allowed you to create modules, right? So if I do so now, will that be working now? It's doing something, but doesn't letting me know that what's going on. It's actually printing. Okay, we got the result also. We got the data also, which is empty. Okay, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So what happened, that Axios.get, it performed and control P SCRIP. Now you can see that script is there and it came into the then block while it's writing, and you can see the data is empty. So we need to post something to the server, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's how we are able to get the data. Okay, so read data from the API, and let's just post something on the server. So post on the server. Okay, let's just see. So we just need to do axios.post. Okay, and we need to give that path. And what is the path for the post? Do you know? Let's just check at the postman. getting loaded. Let's just wait. Yes, and here we have a post command, and we have the path also. Copy, and here we're gonna paste. Instead of 8,000, we are having it on 8,000. And now first parameter is the path. For the get, we don't pass the body, right? But for the
Yes.
post, we pass the body. So in the get, we just give the URL and got the result. In the post, you have to pass the like path, and then one JSON, whatever you want to, send to the server. Okay.
Okay.
So if I go body, I just have the name block. So I will write like name, let's suppose iPhone. Okay. And that is it. Let's suppose. Okay. And let's just check at the app.mgs what all they are, doing it. And the find and the update, add, how they're doing in the ad. Let's just try this now. Let's just go here. And within this ad, ID, name, and quantity. ID, it's automatic generated. Name, quantity, and price. Three things they are doing. Okay. So let's just do this. iPhone name, quantity as suppose 85 pieces, 86 let's suppose, and price suppose 65,000. Make it cheaper nowadays. Okay, so that's how you use post, and similarly you will have then block, and if it is successful, you will get data out of here, console.log that data. Okay, else you will get into the catch block, and within that you will get the error, of course. So you can write like console.log error. Just save it and go here in the document and forget this one and refresh the page. So you will have the get URL. Okay, so you get nothing in the data, and just play this ahead. After that, you hit a post method. Have you hit that? Have you hit that? Let me check. I just refresh this. Yeah, we hit that, and either we have to come into then or into the catch. Let's just play this. We got into the catch. We are getting the error, of course, in that case. So let's just console that. What is the error? Error is 404. There are some issues with that URL. So this is not the URL. We need to change the URL. So the URL is product/ad. Let's just save now, and now just see. It's going into the post, plate. Now it's coming into then block, data, and within data there is an array, and within array there is a JSON, which is ID1, name iPhone, price 65,000, quantity 86. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And we can do the same thing from here now, like here also at the console screen. So we can just paste this thing, and we can change like iPhone. Instead of iPhone, what we can do like iMac, and quantity let be same, and 165, and the let it to be go. And now just try here, print it. It's written a promise, and in the then they have printed. So there are data. So look at one iPhone. If you cannot see this, let me zoom in. So one is iPhone, two is iMac,
Sir.
right? Similarly,
Yes.
what you can do, you can do like this. Instead of post, right now, you can delete. You can use the delete, and here in the product, you will write like remove or delete. Let's just check the URL at the app.js. So here we have remove, method, and delete. Okay, so here we need to write delete, and we need to give the ID also. Like let's suppose we need to remove the iPhone. So I'm just using one and need not to pass the JSON. Okay. Because we just
Yes,
want
sir.
to delete it. Okay. And now let's just try this. You can see this, you got an error data, and within that data, there is only one item, which is ID2 and IMAC. Okay. So here you can use the delete operation also. And let's suppose you want to use the put, which is to update. So here you need to write the put, and here you will be writing update, and you need to pass the ID as well in this. So on which basis you will find that object. So there is only two, so you can find the two, and instead of IMAC, let it be IMAC quantity, let's suppose 203, and price is same. So let's just see the update method, whether it is working or not. Name, quantity, price, everything is over there. So let's just do this. Okay, so quantity will be updated. So here you can see the quantity is 86, and here it will be 203. And let's just change the price also, make it 85. So that will be better. Press the enter. There is some syntax error that I haven't put the comma after ID. Okay, let me just do it for you, and Control L so that you can see properly. And now press the enter. You can see there is again an error that says with the 500 code. Okay, is there any issue with the URL API products update? Okay, no issue. There is some issue. Name is undefined. Cannot see the name at product MGS. Okay, what is the issue? Name. Haven't passed the name. Haven't I passed the name? We
Yes,
pass the ID, and we pass the ID within the quotation. Instead of that, we have to pass into the
oh,
integer so that it can be matched. Okay, so now you can
yes.
see the data, and here you will see the ID will be same and the name will be same because we have passed the same name. The quantity and price will be changed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's how you can, use all the APIs in the front end also. Let's suppose you are creating a React application, and there also you can just use npm Axios, and then import that Axios and just start using like Axios.get and Axios.post and Axios.put and Axios.delete. So all four options are open for you, and it returns a promise actually. This method, Axios.put, get, post, delete, all of them returning a promise. You can see this promise. So promise is something which will resolve after some time. Okay. So it may take time to fetch data from your API. It requests to the server, retrieve the data. So that may take some time. Okay. So it cannot be directly accessible, the result. So it may take some time. So that's how it returns a promise. And we can handle it in a then and catch block. If that promise resolves, so it will come into the then block. If that promise rejects, so it will come into the catch block. So you can see that we are getting into the then blocks while we are performing a good operation. And whenever we are having any issues like with the URL, we are anything, so we are getting into the catch blocks. So every time we are facing the error while we are facing wrong things. Okay, so that's how we are able to use the APIs using Axios. So now if you are creating anything at the front end, you just create, and instead of saving at the front end array, just use the API to add something at the backend. Just use the API something to retrieve all the things from the backend. Just use the update or put to update the record, and similarly for the delete as well. Okay, so I think this should be the proper way of using things. And here, one more thing, that you how to serve the home page at the node also. That we just created a public folder, and here what we have given, We just give the express.static and public. Let's see that these all things should not be handled into the within the app.mgs. App.mgs is not for these things. Okay, so let's just try one more thing. Let's just create one more folder over here, which is called, let's suppose, routes. Okay, and within that route you can create file for, let's suppose, so routes for admin user mgs. So admin can access anything, right? No, so admin can
Yes.
access anything. So all of these things, let me copy it here, and I just need to import a router. Okay, and let's, router is a part of express, you can see here. Okay, and what we need to do, we need to make a const router equals to, need to call it as a method. Okay, so it gives me a router, and let's just paste all this. Instead of app, we can use the routers. Okay, all set.
Yes.
And now what we can do, we can export this router here. Export default router. Okay, and now I can use this admin. I can import it out. Router from router, very good. And I can just use the middleware. So app.use, and I just can pass the router in this. Okay, and I think I need not to do this all. And this product also we can use within the, let me just comment them out. And this thing also I need to copy slash save. Let's just go to the here I created the product, but I don't have the instance of the product. And do I need to use the product here? Yes, I know. So let's just get rid of from here and just do it here. Okay, so here I'm using product, so I'll write it here only. Okay, so let's just save this, and got crashed that's saying that import API product and the JS. And what is the issue? Okay, the maybe the path dot slash dot slash API slash products. Save. Now let's just see. Start it, and I just want to see that whether it's working or not. So let's just go here, refresh it. It's working in the same way. Okay. So let's just try the post thing. Okay, let's just try this, and you can see this data got updated iMac. Okay, let's just retry this. Instead of iMac, let's suppose Apple Watch, and price will be 45. And here you can see this will also get updated. So iMac, Apple Watch. Okay, so this way you need not to write all the things here. Okay, so this operations will get rid from here, and you can see that you have a lean app.mgs now. Okay, so just need to use the middlewares, and everything will be handled within the routers. Okay, so you have got the admin routes, you can name it like admin routes, copy, and this way. Okay, and you similarly you can create for the like the user routes also. user routes. Okay, and how will you use that? You just need to write a new file, and you will write user .mjs. Okay, within that you can just copy couple of things. And what a user can do, user can read all, find, add, update, delete, remove, everything the user also can do for now. Right now, let's suppose remove cannot be, so we can get rid of it. So let's suppose it's all are same for the user also, but admin can create the user, but it can only create the products. So for the products, every path is same, so you just can do this similar kind of things. You just can copy and paste and write user, and here also user routes. Okay, and go into the user routes. Anything issue? No issue. All set. Okay. So here there are two middlewares for the admin routes and user routes. So admin routes and user route, what will be the difference then? Right now. So
Yes.
let's suppose if you later on you create any segregation, let's suppose localhost 8000 slash admin slash products slash admin slash API slash products slash ad, right? So if it start with the admin, you can handle the admin routes. If it start without admin, you can handle the user routes. So you can, after here, you can specify the path also, like in this way. You can handle all the routes which start from the slash admin. And this will handle all the routes which start from the like open or API, right? So that's how you can also handle these things. I'm not sure this is the right syntax or not, but yeah, this is the difference that you can create from the admin and the local user. Okay, so here you have used the that is called server side rendering. Okay, so SSR, it's not client side rendering. So in the React also, we have to understand that how to work the routes, how to work on the routes. And in the backend, now we know that how to work on the routes. Okay, so app.js is just enough to write such codes. And we can get rid of a couple more codes, but we'll see it later that how we can do this on. Okay, so I think it's a good time to say that now you can practice more on this, and we'll start for the next session soon. We'll check how to work on the connection with the databases and the socket.io after that. Okay, so any questions?
सर जैसे मतलब फ्रंट एंड से डेटा लेके अपन